All righty. Good morning. Good morning. Good hump day. It is January 28th. We are moving into February, also known as Black History Month. Shout out to everybody who is here early. It's early. I get it. If you're on the other side of the world, it's probably around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Shout out to you all around the world. We're just here for a nice little update, a nice little, you got to drink your coffee and have your donut in the morning. That's what we're doing here so early. And normally I would go this evening, but I got to go to work tomorrow and I'm not going to feel like it. I'll be resting. So, what is happening, people? What is happening? One of the Shout out to you all that are here listening live. I know it's not a lot of you, but that's okay. Make sure you hit that like button and share the care. This wanted to have some fun with you this morning. This wanted to have a good time. Where is my? Why is my? Hold on here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And for some reason, my chat box is not working. All right. Well, I can see you all. But shout out to you. So, just got a question in there for you. A little Q&A question is, what system are you buying Resident Evil on? If you're buying it at all. Some people, yeah, I mean, you're buying it on PC. Let me know if you're going to buy it on Xbox S or X. That's cool. Or PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 Pro. Let me know what is going on. And with that, so shout out to you all. Shout out to you all. And we're going to start with our first story. Got a couple of stories here to go over. And the first story is Ghosts went woke and now it is out. So Call of Duty. My God, my God. And I just finished this game. I finished it Sunday and holy cow. What an experience. Cool character. The character does come full circle in a way. Thought it was very important for it to do that, and but I won't spoil it if you're playing it or plan on playing it. Oh man, if you play it, make sure you play it. Okay, play that game and do everything around there. You can go right after the Yote 6. What I recommend you do is do the bounties first. Make sure you do those bounties. Let's get those bounties done. And we're going to go ahead and just celebrate wokeness because Ghost of Yote being woke has done its job. And despite the perceived people saying that it wasn't any good, people like J-Tech out there telling you that, it wasn't good. It wasn't, it wasn't, it was woke and therefore he wasn't going to support it. The good people of the PlayStation community, you all being the real gamers that you all are, you all have thumbed your nose in people's like that spaces. And again, I've said before, listen to who you want to, but you need to make sure that they're a real gamer. And the real gamers in the PlayStation circle have played or are playing this game. Also, more celebration here with Ubisoft. Let's go ahead and take this down. So you're going to go after the 6. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but understand that if you want the cool way to play that game is to go after the bounties. Go after the bounties first because you'll get cool armor, you'll get cool weapons. Just do that first before you go after the Yote 6. That's all that's my suggestion. You don't have to follow. That's what makes that game so cool. Yeah, you can go right after them. You can go right after, but you need to understand that there's certain people you're going to run into that's going to help give you clues on where to go find each one of those members, and they're all tough. They're all tough. So after you get the snake, and everybody knows you get the snake. That's the opening monologue, so to speak, when you fight Snake. The next one I went after, I think I went after the Kitsune, but it took a while. I mean, I played about 20 hours before because I did all the excuse me. I did almost all those bounties, and the bounties, you get some cool stuff. I keep telling people, do those bounty missions, you get some cool stuff. So and you find out, like, that's how I got. I mean, you can do the. I'm gonna give it away, but it's a good game. I enjoyed it. Atsu is a worthy addition to the Jin Sakai's, to the Ellie's, to the to all that. So you don't want. Hold on. You don't want. What now? You don't want to say this in my chat because I don't want any hate. Oh, well, okay, yeah, you can message it to me. That's fine. But yeah, so shout out to everybody who is playing this game, who has played it and beaten it. Shout out to everybody who plans on buying it. it's a really good game. And I really hope if you play it, you enjoy it. There is nothing woke about the game. And even if it was, who cares? Who cares? The game is good. I mean, that's all I can really tell you. The game is really good. So I certainly hope you enjoy it. And now we'll move to a quick next story. But I just want to get that out of here. It went woke and it crushes Call of Duty. Now, let's talk about another game that's woke. We're going to see, because it did so well, we're going to show you something else that's going to be coming out for you guys here. And this is all because you supported wokeness as you should. I mean, that's what you should do. You should support the woke. As you can see right here, I've got my favorite Snow Bunny up there. I'm going to go to Snow Bunny heaven. So there's my favorite Snow Bunny. Then we have Atsu over there on our right-hand side. I kind of changed it up for you guys. A little billboard action for you. And you see my little Snow Bunny there. I give Aloy I'd say she's about a 34B right there. I give her about a 34B. You know, she's pretty cute there. And if you do feel like donating, you can, but you don't have to, because grown men don't need your money. But and again, I've heard people tell you things like, you know, that they're not going to be able to do their podcast unless you all start donating, how they don't want to do any gameplay videos or streams, I should say, because you all don't watch, because that means they don't get no super chat money. That's not me. And that's not me. I will probably do a gameplay. And again, I'm on Twitch. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. That's where I'm doing my gameplay. But I told you all that. I told you all I was going to move to Twitch for the majority of my gameplay. So make sure you follow me on Twitch. And if not, shame on you. Shame, 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 shame. Shame, shame, shame. But let's show you something else, because you all are loving the woke. And you should. You should. You all are totally supporting wokeness in the... I have not looked yet. So let's see here. What am I going to show? Okay, here's the other one. Let's take that one down. Let's put this one. Is this up here? Okay, hold on. Let me get my fingers to work here. And here we go. Because you all supported the woke of Assassin's Creed, the last Assassin's Creed game. You all are so woke that we got us another Ghost Recon game. We got us a full reboot, okay? It's been confirmed. This comes from MNK Gaming. So they canceled Ubisoft because Sony is in on them. They canceled Prince of Persia, and we're getting us another Ghost Recon game because you all supported the wokeness of Assassin's Creed. So once again, woke won. You all are fantastic out there. The wokeness is so woke. Like, you are the woke of the woke. And because you all supported Assassin's Creed, because you all supported it, we're getting a new Ubisoft game, Ghost Recon, which again, my personal favorite Ghost Recons are back on the PCs and back when I was playing on the Xbox with all those Tom Clancy games. So shout out to all of us, and because of you all supporting the woke Assassin's Creed, we are getting another Ghost Recon game. And Sony's full support is thrown behind this because you all know, as I told you, Sony's going to get their hands on Ubisoft. And when they get their hands on Ubisoft, they're going to have games like, who makes The Division? Who makes The Division? Hold on. Alexa, who publishes the video game, The Division?
Ubisoft publishes The Division.
Thank you. See? So you see the games that PlayStation is going to be getting. Again, remember what they said. They are interested in buying IP. So they're going to buy these things from Ubisoft. That's what they're going to do. I keep trying to tell you all, we're going to have Ghost Recon. And again, it's going to be a gas game. It will be a gas. Okay, game as a service, not like you're passing gas. Okay, don't put words in my mouth. Pause. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. Yeah, now we go. Capono in the house says, shout out to Craig for having a real job and not begging. Yeah, I just, guys, look, I mean, the fact that you're here giving me your ear, that is more important than you giving me $1 or $2. But if you want to make the cup do something animated that's down there, my little whiskey glass, you want to go ahead and give me a little whiskey ball down there, pause. Don't go ahead and do it, but you don't have to do it. You know, I don't want you all to think that, because I told you all in November and January that my podcasting was going to start being a little bit different. You know, I was going to not do it as much. I was gaming more, and I finished Ghost of Yote. I finished Stellar Blade. I've done that here in the month of January. So, and I'm playing Madden. I'm like 13-2 on Madden. So I'm finishing. I'm coming around the mountain on my first season on Madden. And and I'm trying to get this out of the way to make more room for Resident Evil, which I am not going to buy until March. Okay, but shout out to all y'all that are here. Plus Ultra in the house. Says cool game, but the ending sucked. What game are you talking about? Talking about Ghost of Yote? I disagree, but we're not going to spoil it, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I love that ending. So, it said it's better than the first one. Both are very symbolic in their endings. Let's just put it like that. If you're talking about Ghost of Yote and Ghost of Tsushima, you do get a choice. They don't do that in Ghost of Yote because the character does transitions. There's a change consciousness with her character. It's beautiful if you listen to what she says the entire game up to the point where she does other things, and then other things. It really starts with the Kitsune. Really, when you're playing that game, when you go after the Kitsune, I think that's the name, Kutsu, it's something like that. When you go after that person, that's when you start listening to the character. Listen to the change that happens. It is a wonderful change, but you gotta follow the narrative. The game is fantastic. But anyway, Ghost Recon, the game, again, because remember before we got Call of Duty, we had Ghost Recon, and we had Medal of Honor, and there's rumors that another Medal of Honor is coming back. I mean, if that comes back, then wow. All right? Because Medal of Honor was Call of Duty before Call of Duty. Ghost Recon was that game. Ghost Recon was the big bad. It was the big bad booty daddy, okay? It was the game to play. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that Sony is able to get us a really good one. And again, if you like the Division Part 2, you like the what's that other game that Ubisoft does? Rainbow Six. My goodness. If you like Rainbow Six, you're gonna like this. Okay, you'll like this. So, but we'll go ahead and keep it moving. What are your comments saying here now? Let me get rid of the screen capture here. As you used to see right there, two of Sony going woke. Look at those two characters. We have an Asian female, and we have a redhead freckled snow bunny. And the wokeness is just going to continue. I mean, it's just so woke. And then Capcom went woke with Resident Evil, and now we're going to get a snow bunny to play with. I mean, just a snow bunny. You know, it's just, that girl's a flat out snow bunny, right? So we're going to be controlling a snow bunny, and then we're going to be controlling that strong Christian white man, Leon Kennedy. So, we got it. Going to be doing a little bit of everything. Full woke. And so that's what it is, people. That is what we're doing. So your next game is Dragon Quest VII. Okay. Yeah, let us know what it's like. D-Nice says he finished Yote a week ago. Great game. Yeah. It is very good. We're not going to spoil it, though. There's a lot of people that are still working up the nerve to play that game. Let me see what the wonderful, I have to go all the way back over here for Don's email. And I don't see anything. Yeah, I do not see anything. So whenever you want to send it to me, just send it to me. There we go. All right. So who is your favorite woke character? Is it Aloy? Okay. Or is it Atsu? See the two A's. We got the double A right there. Like double A gaming. So, Netflix Sony deal. Yeah, I talked about that last time. Makes sense to me. There's no reason for Sony not to stream, not to not to offer its library to Netflix or HBO. HBO Max has stuff too from Sony. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Sony don't buy Ubi, just get the games. Yeah, well, that's what they have to do. They have to get Ubi and then get the games and then divest. So that's what they're going to do, the way it is. PSN message. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have that on yet. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So your favorites are Ellie and Abby. Ellie and Abby. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like them both. Well, see, we got Abby, we got Atsu, we got Aloy. There we go. Look at how Sony's doing the full wokeness, okay? And people like, some of your favorite YouTubers are getting left behind because, again, they're not going to be able to play the next Aloy adventure, which we know is coming, right? We know the next Aloy adventure is coming. They're not going to be able to play it. So the next Spider-Man is going to more than likely have Silk in it. And Sony Animation is doing a Silk cartoon. So it will be part of the Spider-Man universe that Sony is working on, and she will be part of the next Sony game. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to be able to play it. They will not be able to play it because the next Spider-Man game is not the Peter Parker. I'm just letting you know now. Peter Parker for the next Spider-Man game that Sony is making with Insomniac, Peter Parker will be part of that game. But the bigger part of the game will be Miles and Cindy. I'm just telling you all right now to get it ready. Get your mental ready. Don't get upset when it does happen, and understand that when you embrace woke, you get rich. That's the way this works. You go woke, you get rich. That's what Sony did. I mean, Call of Duty is the most, if not one of the biggest franchises in the last 10 years. One of a very successful franchise. Nobody can argue it. Nobody can argue. Like the Keith Sweat song, nobody can argue. Ghost of Yote on one platform outsold it. Just amazing. You all bought Sony's first party IP before you bought a third party. Congrats. But Sony makes really good first party IP. And now think of all the people within the PlayStation community who aren't playing this game because of some stupid ass bullshit, political bullshit that they're on. So it is what it is. But I'm glad to see Outside Gaming Nights is playing. I'm glad to see people have finished the game and they enjoyed it. D Nice says yeah, you all are beyond that because you're grown ass men and grown ass women, and grown ass men and women don't give a shit about woke. You care about quality. You care about quality. CD Projekt Red and Sony, yeah, they're gonna get their hands on Red too. They are working hand and foot with Red. So I showed that entire which you all didn't watch, and that's fine. I showed that entire what's it called? Epic Games deep dive with CD Projekt Red. I showed that to you all to try to get you all to understand that Sony they're gonna make a move on Red. This you all be ready for that one too. They are making it. So just be ready. So let's see here. Sony PlayStation has went full Ubisoft. I don't know about that, but we will see. So, all right, our next story, the big story, the story why you all are here this morning. The reason you are filling up here is, let me go to, no, wrong thing. Where is my, see, I just had an screen capture, I'm sorry. So we're going to go to this right here because we're going to be talking about Resident Evil Requiem, or the Resident Evil 9. It's pretty cool how they did the whole thing when they showed it. It just said RE9. Obviously, you all want to watch the trailer. Let's watch that trailer so we all can remind ourselves what it's going to be. Well, no, let's not watch the trailer because I'll get my shit to get flagged because it's probably got music in there that I'm not supposed to have. So let's just wait on that. Let's wait. All right, we'll wait on that. All right. So if you don't know, if you have a PS5 Pro, this is for the PS5 Pro owners. Remember, I told you guys after I got rid of my PS5, and got the Pro, I was going to cover things from the PS5 Pro owner's point of view, which I get for you guys who don't have one sucks. I mean, it does. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't enjoy your PS5 because God knows I did, but you are missing out on some pretty cool game modes that are coming up. And again, it does have a lot of third-party support. I started playing Star Wars Outlaws again, and it does look better. It looks a hell of a lot better. Ipso facto. Let's not even try to get into my face about that shit. And it's woke, too, and it looks fantastic. So, and I think Outlaws is on PlayStation Plus. You can just get it. Just try it. If you got a Pro, try it for about an hour and just tell me what you think. Okay, try it for an hour. It's not gonna hurt you. I promise. It won't. Just when you go woke, you get rich. Okay, you get rich. So and you will enjoy it. So here we go. And so if you don't know, now you know. So so let me take this down. And let's go to this article here. This comes from PSU, better known by its gangster name, PlayStation Universe. So this article happened yesterday. Comes from Michael Hardian, so shout out to Michael. Shout out to him. Make sure you all, if you own or you read this, make sure you give Michael some love there. Resident Evil Requiem on PS5 Pro offers 4K 60 FPS with ray tracing. Oh my God, what is happening out there? And remember, you were told that the Pro was what? It was a ripoff. It was a gag. It was a joke. All right? You know, it was. I mean, remember, that's what you were told. But check this out. It says Pro users, that's me, will enjoy a number of features for Capcom's upcoming horror title if you buy it. Okay? For starters, ray tracing can be turned on and off for PS5 Pro users. But when it's turned on, Resident Evil Requiem, or 9, will run in 4K resolution and at 60 frames per second. That's with ray tracing on. My God. I mean, that's better than Cyberpunk. Because Cyberpunk is what? 1440p, right? And it looks great. It looks great. Look, I'm a 1440p whore, so you all know that. So that's what I prefer. I'm not a big 4K guy, but the fact that we're able to get this is phenomenal with ray tracing. Because ray tracing is taxing. And remember what Mark Cerny said about PS6, which is he expects the ray tracing to be really good. So, and Mark Cerny's been right about everything. Because meanwhile, those of you with a monitor that supports high frame rates or high refresh rates, let's just call it like it is, can play the game to up to 120 FPS, with the game offering an average of 90 frames per second when played on the PS5 Pro this way. So, wow. Holy cow. Remember, I told you all, remember what they did to me? I told you all that the PS5 Pro was more powerful than a 4090. I've got 3 emails from people who have PCs that say that their 4090s are going to have trouble doing 4K 60 with ray tracing on. I mean, they called me a madman. They called me a madman, a man who don't want your money. A man that wants your money is a madman. A man who says they can't do their podcast because you all don't support him enough, that's a madman. A man who says that they won't buy games because they're woke is a madman. I told you all. I said that Sony was going to buy Bungie, and they did. Okay? I told you all that the PS5 Pro is more powerful than a 4090, and it just is. All right? It is. Just move on. You know, but they call me a madman. I mean, this is unbelievable. So this is Resident Evil Requiem, is set for release on February 27th. That's like 29 days from now. Okay? Says 2026 for PS5, PC, Nintendo Switch 2, and Xbox Series X. So what console or device are you playing on? I mean, if you're playing on PC, that's cool, but we're done talking about how powerful your PC is when the vast majority of you all have got PCs and you're playing 1080p. We know it. We know it. So let's not lie. You can't lie to me. You can lie to all those other MFs. You're not going to lie to me. Seriously. You're not going to lie to me. I'm not going to allow you to lie to me nor my audience. Okay? You all are playing at 1080p, 60 frames per second, and maybe you got a screen that refreshes at 144 hertz. Okay? I've got a monitor that will refresh at 165 hertz, and I got a new one that refreshes at over 480 hertz. So get the F out of my face with your bullshit PCMR. Seriously. Go buy you. A friend of mine had a 3090. A 3090. Okay? He took it back to get a PS5 Pro. Do you know why? He said 4 words. Grand Theft Auto 6. So see? And you all better get ready when those pictures come out of Grand Theft Auto 6 on PlayStation 5 Pro and on your 5090, which is just going to be a black screen. Okay? It's going to be a black screen for your Grand Theft Auto with no release date. Biggest game in the history of home entertainment. But again, Grand Theft Auto ain't a game. It's an event. You're not invited to the party. So get the F out of here. Like, seriously, get it out of here. Okay? So it says here, so here's your timeline, 30 years after the destruction of Raccoon City. Damn, that's right, it does. And I think that happens at the end of Resident Evil 3. So that's a spoiler. If you haven't played Resident Evil 3, that's a spoiler, okay? It says introduces a newcomer, our new Snow Bunny, Grace Ashcroft, an FBI investigating a series of murders at the Wynwood Hotel. That this location is in the same place that her mother from Resident Evil Outbreak. Again, I don't know this universe Outbreak. I did not get into Resident Evil that much, but a lot of people did. So shout out to those people. Now you're getting rewarded for following that. Meanwhile, that strong Christian white man, Leon Kennedy, is still working as a DSO. I don't know what this means. Agent, and has been dispatched to investigate the dealings of Victor Gideon, Dr. Gideon, a former Umbrella scientist. How come that other guy, is it Chris? What happened to Chris Redfield? Is he not Christian enough? Maybe he's not Christian. Maybe he's Methodist or something. Okay. Both characters are playable in the game, with Grace aligning more with the classic survival horror, while Leon's section are geared more toward action. And it says you can read their preview here. I'm not going to read it because we're all going to play it. I didn't play Silent Hill F because it's got a bunch of 14-year-old kids. People want to know why I didn't play that game. Oh, yeah, you got to run it from a bunch of kids out there. No. So yeah, so amazing. We get a new Snow Bunny. You know, we're getting our new Snow Bunny, and we're going to go to Snow Bunny Heaven. Okay, we're going to go to Snow Bunny Heaven and play that game. And you can play a classic way, and you can play more action-oriented. And again, my question is the pacing of the game. And also remember, you can switch seamlessly between first party and third party with Resident Evil. So, let's see here. Plus, Ultra says the PS5 Pro is fire. Fire. Yeah, it is. I got no problem with my PS5 Pro. I remember buying it. I remember saving up all that money. You know, I sold my kidney and I donated blood, and I had exactly $825 in one of my accounts, and I said, I'm going to use you to go ahead and get me a Pro. Okay? That way I can keep playing these woke games. So it is what it is. March is Marathon and Crimson Desert. Yeah, see, we about to, you know, we're done with, you know, we're getting out of this month with High Guard. And again, I haven't played it. I don't know what it's like. So we have High Guard this month. Next month, you have what you got. They're talking about, you know, Resident Evil's kicking off the year, the gaming year. We got Crimson Desert. Okay, we've got you've got Marathon. Then in April you'll have MLB The Show. So it's good. He meant to say first person and third person. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry if I misspoke. I'm sorry. I said first party, third party. Yeah, first party. It lets you switch back and forth. I do apologize. Freudian slip. Freudian slip. So I do apologize. So Osran just says only a matter of time before Sony gets Ubi IP. And yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Again, Sony has had to build relationships with both Remedy and CD Projekt Red. Now they're working hand in glove because remember, CD Projekt Red switched to Unreal, the Unreal Engine, and Sony owns part of Epic. So of course they're going to work with them, and they seem to be working fine. I implore you to go watch the Witcher. It's called Witcher 4, 60 frames per second. Epic Games. It's all there. Just watch it. That way you don't have to keep answering these questions of these butthurt PC guys who are like, well, I mean, it ain't gonna be 6. It's not gonna be this. It's like your dumbass went out and spent $2,000 for a graphics card, and you can't even play Grand Theft Auto. So I mean, why are you even talking? Like you cannot talk, until you take that back and you get that Grand Theft Auto ready. So you get it ready. Oh, Don said that she's wishlisted Fable, PlayStation. Yeah, I've done that too. I've got Fable, Forza 6, and Halo, all wishlisted. So yeah, GTA 6 and Rockstar, this game security seriously. Yeah, they're not. And apparently, I saw something. It's a rumor. So the rumor is that they may only release a digital version of Grand Theft Auto 6 to prevent spoilers. Again, it's a rumor, and I don't like reporting rumors. That's why I don't have it in my crawl up there on the screen, because it is just, there's no way to prove that that's true. But you got to understand, these grown-ass men out here are so desperate for information and for clicks, okay, that they will report rumors and innuendo. That's who they are. I really, 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 really try not to do it. So, yeah, and then I saw that too. And if there's another rumor that because, okay, so the rumor went, this is what I saw. Somebody feel free to correct me. That's fine. So now the rumor is we're going to get a third trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 next month, which to me makes no sense because the game's not due out until November. So I don't expect trailer 3 until the end of summer, and Wolverine's on the way. Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be broke. I'm starting to work my overtime next week. I'm working 4 days. Starting Sunday, I'll be working I'm working 4 days next week. So, yeah. Then I'm off the weekend. So the weekends are made for Michelob. So, yeah, which I haven't had a Michelob in years. Years. It's hard to find that beer now. But, like I said, that's the official beer of the black man, Michelob. I love it. Mick Ultra, baby. And so the rumor was that Grand Theft Auto was going to get another trailer, and that there's a state of play. Now, none of this has been confirmed. They said Jeff Grubb has confirmed it, and somebody else, the Great Fake or the Fake the Nate or something like that, whatever his name is. I mean, I don't know what his name is. They are claiming that we're getting a state of play in a couple weeks. So you see, so now they're saying it's all connected. Well, when that state of play happens, there ain't no Grand Theft Auto stuff. Don't be coming to me. Do not come to me. You take your asses to the people who are reporting it, and you eat through them. I did see several people, and I want to give credit where credit is due. Several people were ethering Marlin Gaming Nation about Fable. And all Fable did to me was it proved what I was saying when I specifically said, you got these people out here that demand to see things like Marlin, and then when he sees something, he attacks it. I think it's bullshit, but that's people are like, why did you stop following him? That's why. because he's a contrarian. So, and again, if that works for him, fine. And he did say, to his credit, he did say, if you don't like what I'm doing, then why are you all here? If you don't like what I'm doing, you shouldn't even be watching. He's right. He's right. He's correct. All right. Super Bowl Sunday, Patriots and Seahawks. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I will be off. Yeah, I'm off Super Bowl Sunday. So that's good. Yeah. Yeah, February state of play not been announced by Sony yet. So to me, it's a rumor. Remember, it's not official until it comes from them. So I wouldn't worry about it until one day you'll wake up and it'll be there and you'll be like, oh, there is a state of play. So I just, to me, it's funny. I think you're going to see marathon stuff. I mean, if there is a state of play, because marathon comes out like 3 weeks after the state of play. So I think you'll get a marathon thing. You may get something on Resident Evil because they have the marketing rights to it. Hopefully we hear something again on Judas. Remember Judas? I mean, we haven't seen Judas for like 5 years. Like, where'd Judas go? And remember I told you all that. I've been waiting on that for a year. I've seen stuff on Exodus. So that's it. Star Wars Mandalorian movie. Yeah, get it ready. You get it ready. And Ryan Coogler's next movie, Black Panther 3, it goes into principal photography in March and they start filming in June. Okay? I think it goes to principal photography, then June. So they've gone out, they've secured their locations. Now they can go start taking pictures and they have to let them know when they're going to be filming and stuff like that. So, when and where. So we'll see. We're going to find out, as you kids would say. So, yeah, I'm going to watch Star Wars. I'm going to watch Spider-Man and the Avengers movie. So we may get something on Intergalactic and State of Play. Unlikely. Like I said before, I'm glad Sony does State of Play, but I'm sick and tired of people saying Sony needs to talk to us. Sony needs to do more to inform us. And then when they do, the same people bitch. And I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired. I don't like entitlement anyway. So, it's just like, okay, I understand it now. These guys need Sony to talk so that they have something to talk about. You see what I mean? Hopefully, did I say that right? Sony needs Sony. These guys need Sony to say something so that they have something to say. The Last of Us season 3. Yeah, I'll be watching that as well. Yeah. So I'm watching that as well. So I'm going to enjoy it. So I've liked it so far. It's like Fallout. That's a series that nobody talks about anymore is Fallout. You see what I'm saying? People don't like that second season of character building, and they're doing the same thing to The Last of Us. It's like, dude, look, they got to build character. Landman, people have asked me, is Landman any good? I'm like, yeah, but season 2 is more about character building than it is about him being a landman. The last 3 episodes, that's when you see him doing more landman stuff. So, and eventually you'll realize that it's not about him being a landman. It's about him teaching his son how to be a landman. It's about him passing down what he does. That's what fathers do for sons. They pass things down. Did Sony do the right thing to leave E3? I think we can honestly say, yeah, there's all these other award shows. You got PAX East, PAX West, Pack Your Mama, Summer Game Fest. You have all these shows now that people go to. So it's fine, But apparently there's going to be a demo of not a demo. What's it called? A trailer for Intergalactic at Games Fest. Apparently, allegedly. So we'll see. So yeah, I think they did. I don't have an issue with Sony not doing, and it's not because it's Sony. It's simply because what exactly were they doing? They were having to build, demos and stuff like that to show you versus just making the game. Comic-Con going to be like E3. Which Comic-Con? So, Marvel's Comic-Con is coming up. Is going to be really good. So that's going to be really fun. That and D23. I do want to go to a D23 as well. I do want to go to D23. So, but guys, that is all I had for you. Just remember, if you're looking for a console, try to get you a pro. Try to get you a pro. I get it. Monetarily, you may not be able to afford it, and that's fine. But just remember, you're going to be getting some kick-ass games with a lot of kick-ass things. I mean, you're going to get ultra graphics at, high to ultra graphics, 60 frames per second. Just you're going to get a really, 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 really good experience. And we got Control coming out. So, I mean, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming. So, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Yeah, I heard about that. They're doing that. Doom Part 3. Yeah, Avengers. Yeah, I'll be at the theater a whole lot this year. The most I've been to the theater probably in 5 years. So I used to go to the theater maybe 3 times a year, maybe. But yeah, when that Spider-Man movie comes out, that comes out in like 4 more months. Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to that. Brand new day. Heck yeah. So you all better get it ready. So do you all have any questions or comments before we bounce out of here like a check? Or do we just bounce out? So and I'll turn on my PlayStation and I'll see what Ice Queen is talking about. So, but like I said before, man, they told me they called me a madman. Okay, they called me a madman. And here we are. Resident Evil 4K, 60 frames per second with ray tracing. So now you see how things are advancing. You can also see that not only are things advancing, you can also see what? We can also see that I do have to go here shortly. You can also see that the third-party developers are getting ready for us. So, yeah, the Odyssey, I'm interested in that. But we'll have to wait. It's a Nolan, so I'm end up going to see it. Who am I kidding? All right, guys, I'm going to be on up out of here. I do appreciate y'all. And you all have a good, great rest of the day. And stay warm. I mean, we got battered here. We got about 5 inches of snow. And it's cold. It's not melting. We can't get that 31 to 37 degree warm up that we need for this stuff to melt. And we got ice, then we got snow, then we got more ice. So when you walk on the snow, it makes this, you don't sink down in the snow. You walk on top of the snow. It's weird, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. You all have a good one. You all have a good one. Don't read it out loud. Oh, no, I won't read it until I get off here. So we're going to be out of here. And you all have a good rest of the day. You all take care. You all stay blessed. And check out my Twitch stream later on. I'll be playing something. Deuces.